Hey everyone, this is Eddie. I just want to go over with you about how I make the perfect fade on these cups. So first I spray it and then I blow it off real lightly. I turn the air pressure low, probably like 5 psi. And here I'm blowing it off, blowing the excess off so I don't have overspray underneath my coating. So I continue to do this until I'm satisfied that there's a minimal overspray. So I'll actually rotate the cup around maybe several passes until I see that it's nice and even. Now that I'm done with my first cleaning off the overspray, I'm going to grab my second coat and I'll start spraying. If you notice, I have the gun pointing downward, so I'm keeping minimal amount of red overspray from getting on my gold. So, and also I have a draft that's pulling into the filter, so I want to make sure that I try to spray on the side so the powder kind of bounces off the cup and goes back into the filter. It doesn't have to be perfect, but try not to spray from the front directly. Always hit it from the sides. Sometimes you get carried away. But as you can see, I'm just kind of working my way around and working my way up to where it meets the gold. And then I'm barely hitting the trigger because I'm just trying to fade it right up to the gold, allowing the overspray. And as you can see there, when you're doing that, it actually builds up powder inside the gun. So you have to make sure you get that residual powder out of the gun, otherwise it will just ruin your job. It'll surge and just blow it all on your cup. So make sure that you kind of tap it once in a while to get the residual powder out of the gun, and just continue working your way around the cup until you're happy to where that fade meets. As you can see here, I'm kind of getting a little bit too far. You really don't want to get up to that edge of the transition, because then the paint tends to skip over that transition. So, and then I come back again with the blower, turn my air pressure down, just lightly blow off the overspray. Kind of blow it towards the filter and just continue doing that. We're going to do this a few times. We're going to spray off the gold and then we're going to reapply some gold. If you notice again, look at my gun. It's pointing upward now, not downward towards the red, but up, because I'm painting gold. So I don't want the gold on the red and I don't want the red on the gold, but we want it to meet in the middle of a nice smooth fade. And again, that's just so we don't have a lot of overspray. This cup, really, it takes me about approximately 5 minutes to paint. So don't be in a rush. It's going to take you a few times, and don't get discouraged. And just remember, this paint is easy. If it's not perfect, just blow it off and start again. But it doesn't have to be perfect. You'll see right here, I'm now spraying again the red. Just reapplying it real lightly, really lightly. And then I'm going to blow off again. I'm actually going to lightly blow off that transition where that red is skipped over that transition. And then I'm going to kind of fade it back down to that red. And here I've already done that, but But that's what I did. Now we'll just stick it in the oven for about, I like to cook mine at 400 degrees about 18 to 20 minutes, just because you've got 2 coats of paint on that transition, and I want to make sure that we're baking it long enough to cure it. And here it is, it's already done 15 minutes later. And now we're getting ready to laser engrave a couple of logos in it.